his rearview mirror. He goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. It got his man complete. That one good for 37 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Saquon Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 31, Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 83 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Giants take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Brings up 3rd down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Throwing Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Play action. It's Wilson. Out to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
12. Giants nothing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
57 the mark. 57 the mark. Okay, just like that. Just like that. 57 the mark. 57 the mark.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the 1st half.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
10 at the 16-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Down back at his own 9-yard line.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to let one. He's got a man, complete. Golden Tate's going to go.
Don't worry about it,
Touchdown,
baby.
Giants. Golden Tate, an even 90 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back. And sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a... Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Giants 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
New York.
Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Gano now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Seahawks 25, Giants 14. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
5-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Now, sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jones forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with... And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. And the lead is down to 4.
kickoff.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He finds his running back, Hyde. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Check 59, Mike is good.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson flush to his right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Golden Tate. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football.
10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Graham Gano sets to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Valentine on the return. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 at their own 22. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's third and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a third and 3.
Yards to go.
Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Gain of 18 on the play.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Jones throwing on first down. It's hauled in by Shepard. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Complete to
23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, And Jones has just thrown his third interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
The throw complete to Dorsett, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
First and 10.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Gain of
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Seahawks. First and
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
54 is Mike. Check. 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. He's scared.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. 7 yards, the pickup there.
complete to Tyler.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 31, Wilson. Short throw to Disley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
To Will Disley.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 24, Jones. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20.
Yeah,
and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 7. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Second and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
They'll run for it with Hyde. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. It's out to the left and complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. He's at the 50. The 30. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, 82 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. After the sack on 1st down, Jones steps away to his left. He'll run it, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Operating from the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
Wilson's
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. Rolling to his right. And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that takes us from second to third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep body.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
intercepted.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their three timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
For the extra point.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Gano for the extra point.
Extra point.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit.
Makes the score Seahawks 52.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
Set to kick off.
And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Metcalf, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now whistles and a timeout called here.
On the play.
Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. They go play action with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And that will write a finish to this ball game. offensive explosion help. The defensive guys, they're just saying,